Hey everyone, Mary Ellen Vanock and Sue Jennings, real estate ladies of North Atlanta. Today we are talking about don't make the mistakes when buying a home. We're also talking about a new subdivision that is being around is the Overlook at Peachtree Corners coming in late fall of 2025. Design tip of the day is front door trends. And what we love about North Atlanta today, Sue?
What we love about North Atlanta today is um, the Forum in Peachtree Corners.
So we're talking about Peachtree Corners. So Peachtree
Yeah.
Corners is kind of near Johns Creek. So it's really a
Mhm.
nice, beautiful area. And you have a lot of older homes, but now they're building a lot new homes in that area. So
Mhm.
let's dig in. So let's go to our main topic today is don't make these mistakes when buying a home. Okay. Let's tell our viewers, don't make these mistakes.
Yeah. So, Mary Ellen, we've worked with countless buyers over the years. Mary Ellen's been
Absolutely.
in this North Atlanta market as a realtor for over 20 years. I've been with Mary Ellen since 2013. So it's been a decade or so. And every client's journey is different.
Yes.
So there are a few common patterns that we've noticed, but everybody is an individual and everybody has their own situation. But mistakes can cost time, they can
Mhm.
cost money, and in some cases, the home of your dreams.
Yes. Yes.
So today we're going to talk about how to avoid those mistakes and navigate the home buying process with confidence, even in today's market. So
Yes.
the first thing we want people to understand is the current market.
Yes.
So if you've been looking for a home already in the North Metro Atlanta area market, you've noticed that inventory is a little bit tight right now. So, areas like Alpharetta, Milton, Swanee, they're in high demand. Prices, I think, have stabilized a little bit over the last year, but interest rates still remain high in some people's opinion. In my opinion, I think they're more normal
Whoa.
than they were a couple years ago. But buyers are competing less than they were during the frenzy of 2021, 2022. But homes are still moving pretty quickly in this area. So you have to
Yes.
be on your toes. So you need to come into the process informed and prepared. And the truth is, it's still a competitive market out there, Mary Ellen.
It sure is. And
Yeah.
it can go subdivision by subdivision, area by area. You can have one
Mhm.
subdivision that's hot, one that's not. And remember, the houses that are pristine, in great shape, great location are going to fly
Right.
off the market, might have multiple offers where you could have another house in the subdivision that needs a ton of work that's going to sit on the market. So you want to
Right.
just be the best in the beauty contest.
Right, right. And pricing the home is always important because if it's really not priced correctly, buyers aren't stupid. They're going to know.
And remember,
And
their first showing is online, right? So
right,
people are looking, they're knowing the market anyway, besides working with a realtor and having that information. They're also doing a lot of due diligence on their own and they're looking at these properties. And if they don't look pretty, they're just swiping left, swiping right, whatever they like, right? So it's kind of like a dating app, right? If they're
right.
online, they're going to swipe to the right if they like and swipe to the left if they don't like. So remember, you have to be the best in the market. So let's talk about the number one mistake
Hmm.
when buying a
Right.
home is getting pre-qualified with a great lender.
Hmm. Yes. And why does that matter? It matters because you will then know exactly how much home you can afford before you fall in love with a property that you can't buy.
Yes.
Sellers won't take your offer also without a pre-qualification letter from a lender. And in this market, if you see something and then you hesitate and you have to go get pre-qualified, you could miss out on the home.
Yeah, definitely.
So, it doesn't mean going into online and getting a ballpark number. It means a specific pre-qualification letter from a lender that provides documentation. And we do, when we submit an offer, we do send that pre-qualification letter along with the offer that we write.
Yeah, and let's talk about something that we do different that a lot of people don't, is that our lenders actually put everyone through the underwriting process so
Hmm.
that they're ready to go. So it's
Right,
pretty much they're clear to close. All we need is a property. And we're
right,
still doing that even in this market that it's not, but it's competitive, but yet not competitive. We're still doing those strategies that we did in a competitive market. Because I think it's really important for us as agents going to the listing agent saying, my buyer is through underwriting, ready to go. The
right,
lender's actually calling that listing agent and telling them. Because
right,
in this market, we're seeing a lot of wishy washy people and a lot of people terminating contracts. So we want to make sure that we're being professional and we can't control what our buyer does, but what we can do is we have all the information to give to the seller to make it a smooth transaction.
right,
Well,
right.
let's talk about a story that just in last
I
week,
was just
right?
going to
I
say
was
this.
I
Yeah.
was out of town, and my clients, great clients of ours, are like,
Right,
"Hey, we want to buy a house, and we want to do it today." So, Sue,
right.
what did you do?
So we looked at houses online, first of all. We narrowed it to one house actually that they were interested in. I called to make an appointment for that house, and you know what, Mary Ellen? It had two offers on it already. It was not under contract yet. So I asked the listing agent to please give us a chance to go look at the house, and I would let her know by a certain time that afternoon, which was very quick, whether my buyers or our buyers were interested in it or not. And of course, they were. So we put in an offer, and we put in a very strong, very clean, very precise offer that didn't, have a lot of weird
Contingency?
stuff, contingencies, or anything with it. And you know what happened? They accepted our offer.
Yes.
That was 2 weeks ago tomorrow. We're closing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Two
So we
week
can do it quick.
turnaround.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's how quick things can happen. Okay,
Right.
great.
Right.
So number two is be realistic about what your money can buy. Oh,
Right.
this is an interesting question, and we never get involved in people's financials. I think you need to know that we do not care. And if you want to, I always suggest live below your means. So
Hmm.
if you can afford, say, 500,000 and you want to look for 400,000, more power to you. We
Right.
just want to know what that number is, and it's
Right.
what you are comfortable with. So,
Right. Right. So I think what you need to do is be very realistic about what's really important to you and what's not important to you, as well as being realistic about your budget. So, is location more important to you, or the size of the kitchen, for instance? Is, what can you compromise on that maybe you could change later? What can't you change, and what can you change about the house? And, how much work are you willing to do would be the other aspect of that. So
mhm,
if you want a specific location, but maybe there are only older homes in that area, how much work are you willing to do?
yeah, be realistic about what your money can buy,
Hmm.
because a lot of people are not realistic, and you just really need to be. You have to have a come to Jesus moment. That's not
Well, I like to say we're not searching for unicorns,
That's there you go.
because certain types of homes may not exist in your price range. It can lead you to being very fatigued, very frustrated. So you really need to be honest about, if this is my budget and this is all I want to spend. You need to be open minded about what you can realistically um, find in your budget,
Which,
because we
yeah,
we look and look and look, but we can't create what's not there, and no home is
right.
ever going to be perfect.
Sure. And which segues us into the next one, which is don't overthink.
Right.
Analyze can cost you. So
Right.
don't overthink the process, which is
Right.
very, very interesting. And I will tell you that in our area, we have a lot of people that have the personalities of very analytical. So they're high C's, we call them high C's, and they want all the data, want all the data, want all the data, and they want to analyze it and look at it and decide
Right.
and overthink it. So
Right.
that
it's
is a definite mistake. So
it's paralysis by analysis.
there you go.
Yeah, so they want to get it on their spreadsheet. They want to figure out everything. And you know what happens? That house then gets sold to somebody else because they've just waited too long. I often say if you sleep on it, you might not sleep in it.
Yeah, which is perfect, and
Right.
we're never like high pressured salespeople because we're all about what's best for you.
Right.
But we have to tell you the good, bad, and the ugly. So we will say that, we do have a due diligence period to analyze and overanalyze everything.
Right.
There's no use of overanalyzing and overthinking everything before you put an offer in.
Right.
You have that time period to decide, which we don't really like our clients to terminate a property because that's just not the right thing to do. But
Right.
it's an
Right.
option in Georgia, which really comes to a lot of the things that are happening this year in the market. So,
Right. Right. Yeah. So always, step back, keep an open mind, say, is this home in the location that I'm looking for? Is it priced appropriately? Does it meet my needs? And
yeah.
not get too deep into the weeds otherwise. I know it's
And,
a big decision. Buying a home is a huge decision, but
and let's not ask everybody you know and overthink it and talk to people that are not in real estate. If you have concerns or something about a property, talk to your agent. She can
Right.
help you or he can help you do that. So,
Right.
all right. So number 4, be
Right.
decisive. The
Be
market,
wishy-washy.
be decisive. The market will not wait.
Right. Right. So homes in this area of Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Milton, homes are still going under contract in just a few days. If you start second guessing your decision and you want a few days to think about it, that might be too long. So, don't waste your time. Don't waste the seller's time. Know your criteria.
Yeah, and
Be prepared to act.
Yeah, I think when somebody wants to buy a property, that a lot of times they are looking for 6 months before they want to really, really buy, right?
Right.
So they're analyzing what is on the market. So they should know by the time they are actually looking at a property in person whether that's going to work for them or not.
Right. Right. Right.
And,
It brings
but
us to
everyone's looking for a deal though, Sue, right? Everyone's looking for a deal, right? So let's look at like everyone's looking for a deal. So yes, there are some not so pretty houses on the market that you can get a great deal on, but if you've got a house that's in pristine condition
right.
and ready to go, that most likely you cannot get a deal on it. Most likely.
Right.
It can happen, but most likely. All right. So
this brings us to number 5, Mary Ellen.
Which is stick to your criteria.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Sue, can we tell a story about that? Just even like recent, how clients are like, I want a master on Main. I want a master on Main.
Right.
And then they're like, we want to see a house with the master up.
Exactly. Yeah. Or, they want to stay within a certain budget, but then they call me and say, I want to see this house. And I'm like, but that's not what you told me that you wanted. It's, you're pre-qualified for it. You have the means to be able to buy it. But, you gave me your top 3 priorities and your price was one of those, and that's not in your price range.
Yeah. And I think you have to look at it in a, is really stick to your criteria. Like when we talk to you, we go over lots of questions to come up with your criteria. Mm-hmm. So we're asking a lot of questions. So then when you say you want something else, then we need to redo all those questions.
Right.
Because something has changed in your mind.
Right.
And we need to know that. So, anyway.
So it's important to make a list of your must-haves versus your nice-to-haves.
Right.
Revisit your list often and make sure you're not getting distracted by, pretty finishes or, staging that might really make that house look great when that house might not actually be the best one for you.
Yes. All right. So Number 6 is be patient. The right home will come. And let me just start with this. No house is perfect. Even if you build a house, you will have a house and you'll be like, after you move in, you're like, oh, shoot, I should have done that instead of this or whatever. So please, no house is perfect.
Right.
Just if it fits your criteria, you need to move on it because you could be looking for, 10 years if you're not.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want you to get discouraged. But
No.
on the flip side, we don't want you to settle too quickly, but we don't want you to give up altogether either. I mean, there's a nice happy medium here. And I think that if you actually look too much, you burn yourself out.
Right.
And you get so overwhelmed, you can't see the forest for the trees then.
And that's why relocations are the best, right? They come in for like 3 days and they have to buy a house. They don't have a choice.
Right.
So, you also don't want to show them too many houses. So you really want to hone in on that criteria and, make a decision. So so a lot of people that live in the area, really are wishy-washy in that aspect because they're like, oh, something else will come up or something else. There's no urgency there where, knowing your urgency is very important too. And us knowing your urgency is important as well.
Right. So,
Number 7.
really, I think people need to understand that they need to trust their realtor as well.
Sure.
The realtor's there to keep you informed, to watch the market for you, and to let you know when you really should jump at the right opportunity.
And you're never going to jump on a house the total right opportunity or right point. So you're like, oh, I'm going to wait till the prices go down. Well, what if they don't go down? They go up, So really just go in. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is how I need to move forward and not be back to the overthinking and being indecisive. So being patient is, so the last one, listen to the real estate professionals around you. Okay. Do not listen to your mother, brother, sister, friend from church or friend from soccer that says, oh, you need to offer this price. We had instances with some clients that the house was going to go into multiple offers and they wanted to offer like $40,000 less than the listing price. And we had to tell them that
that's not going to fly.
It's not going to fly. So please just listen. We know, and we watch the market every day and we watch the market every week. So what's really important is that you could look at a property last week and this week and it's still on the market and it could be totally different. It could drop 20,000. It could drop 50,000. You don't know because there's so many things that go into the market. And who prices the market? Is it the agent? Is it the person who owns it? No. It is the buyers in the market are actually the ultimate people to price your house.
Right. So realtors know the neighborhoods. We look at the comps. We take into consideration the local market pulse. We've been through bidding wars. We've been through inspections. We've been through negotiations, appraisals. We've pretty much seen it all. And we do this every day for a living. You do it a couple times in a lifetime. So you really need to listen to your realtor.
Yeah, I agree. So out of all these 7 things, we'd like to ask our viewers, what did you learn or what would you say would be a mistake when buying a home? We'd love to hear your comments about that. All right, so let's dig into our neighborhood spotlight, which today we're going to talk about the Overlook at Peachtree Corners, and that is coming in late fall of this year of 2025.
Yeah. So this is being built by D.R. Horton. It's a new townhome community. It's really designed with lifestyle in mind and low maintenance living. And it's these townhouses are going to be 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathrooms with open floor plans. They're going to have a lot of standard finishes included, some smart home features as well, just to make life easier. Some of the finishes are going to include quartz countertops, designer backsplashes, private rear decks, and garages as well, and some smart home technology. So this particular community is in a prime location, just minutes from shopping, dining, specific walking trails, and major highways. There's going to also be a community pond with a fountain and a walkway around all this. So this particular community really has it all. So you really should consider it.
Yes, and I mean, just looking at this picture, right? Looking at this, I think they're becoming very trending here, right?
Right.
Very modernized.
They're modern, they're sleek, they're very efficient. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's a great subdivision. So let us know if you need more information. D.R. Horton does a great job with their homes. We've sold multiple of them, and we just really love working with them. So let us know. All right, so let's talk about what we love about North Atlanta. And today we've been talking a lot about Peachtree Corners, not Peachtree City, Peachtree Corners.
Right.
So, Sue, we're going to dig into the Forum. What we love about North Atlanta is the Forum, all the shops, the restaurants, and the location and the lifestyle around Peachtree Corners.
Right. So the Forum in Peachtree Corners is located on 141 north of 285, like on the northeast side of the city of Atlanta. Peachtree City that Mary Ellen mentioned is on the south side of the city. This is on the north side. But this is a really cute shopping area. It's European inspired. The buildings themselves have like round turrets and so forth on them, just for to kind of emphasize those lively piazzas and so forth of Europe. This particular shopping area is known for great dining. Trader Joe's is there. It's very walkable. There's a Barnes and Noble, a Lululemon, Pottery Barn, Kendra Scott, and there's just a ton of restaurants there as well. They've even built a walkway across 141, so now you can get over to the other side. And there is an outdoor arena there where they bring in live music. They show outdoor movies. There's a great children's playground there as well. And they just host a lot of community events there. So I encourage everybody to go check out the Forum.
Yes, so that's what we love about North Atlanta. So let's talk about the design tip of the day. So today we're going to talk about front door trends. I'd love to hear about what's going on in front door trends. And our viewers, what we want to hear about what you think the front doors should be in the trending right now. So
right. So the first door we're going to talk about is oversized doors are very big right now, as opposed to the traditional single doors, and also doors with pivot hinges on them as opposed to traditional hinges. These make a bold statement. They're very architecturally interesting. They're modern, and they create a grand entryway. The other types of doors that are still very popular, I think they've been popular for a while, are natural wood doors that are stained, like from an oak or mahogany finish. These bring a lot of warmth and richness to the home. They do require a little bit more maintenance because as the sun hits them, over time they do fade, and you do need to restain them, but they are beautiful on a home. The next thing that's very, very popular in modern homes are steel and glass doors. Maybe with black steel or aluminum frames, glass panels. These offer a modern, more industrial, chic look, and tons of natural light coming into the home.
Yes.
Arched and curved top doors are very popular as well. These are great for transitional homes or Mediterranean style homes. They offer a lot of elegance too. Smart entry technology is key on doors today, where you can use your thumbprint to access your home and open the lock. These provide a lot of security for people and seamless entry for those that do live in those homes. Some doors offer some additional detailing like fluting, panels, that sort of thing. Those are different textures that can be added without overwhelming the facade. Colors are very popular indoors, such as yellows, terracottas, some pretty blues. Side lights and transoms are also still very popular. Transoms are generally above the door. Your side lights are on the sides. They can have some privacy glass in them, but bring in a lot of natural light. So basically, it really goes by the style of your home as to what type of door is going to work best for you.
Yeah, that's really informative. And I'd love to hear about what kind of door you like as a front door. So for me, I like a front door that also brings a lot of light into the house too. So that's kind of what. And what about you, Sue? What kind of front door do you like?
I like a front door that brings in a lot of natural light, but is easy to keep clean. I've
Clean
had
is
those
important
homes that have
because
like the wrought iron and all on the stained wood doors, and they can be a lot of work to get out there every single week and keep the spider webs to a minimum and keep them clean. So I like to hit the easy button and have a nice
there you go. And with
entrance, but easy to keep.
yeah, and with the heat and the humidity and the sun is so strong here in Georgia, definitely, you have to look at that too when you're picking out a front door. So, all right. So today we talked about don't make these mistakes when buying a home. We talked about the neighborhood of the Overlook at Peachtree Corners. And that's coming late this year in 2025. It's Townhomes in Peachtree Corners. We talked about what we love about North Atlanta, which is the Forum, which is an amazing lifestyle in Peachtree Corners. It's got restaurants and shops and everything that you can imagine, grocery stores, Trader Joe's. And then we talked about the design tip of the day today, which was front door trends of what's trending right now. So we'd like to hear your feedback on everything. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care, Sue.
You too. Bye-bye.